This is the voicemail of Graeme Kenna from the Legal Department for Adult Services at Bradford Council. Please leave a message and I will get back to you.
After you've finished your message, just hang up. Or to hear more options, please press 1.
Yes, hello, Mr. Kenna. It's Mr. Smith. Hello, Mr. Kenna. It's Mr. Hussain here, once again, leaving yourself another daily message. Today is message number 129. I've left you 128 previous messages from the 10th of October 2023, and today is the 15th of February 2024, and the time is about nearly half past 11. Once again, leaving yourself another daily message asking you to engage with me as a city solicitor, because obviously there's nobody else that's looking to engage with me from Bradford Council out there. The fronting of Mr. Christopher Browell to speak to me when it served your agenda was so you could profile me and understand what the situation was. I was trying to ring yourself up to try to resolve the situation. There are brothers in my care. You're colluding and conspiring with everybody, accumulating his money, and I just want you to resolve the situation. You're not in the business of resolving situations. You're only in the business of perpetuating atrocities and victimization. I mean, I've got a life to live, all right, and you just want to perpetuate, not resolve things. You just keep things kicking the can down the road until a time it serves your best interest. In this meantime, putting us into a situation of neglect and deterioration. This is the reality, isn't it? Now, my brother's been missing from my care for the last 191 days. I have no idea whether he's alive or dead. What gives you the right to take my brother away from me like this? What gives you this right? I'm only asking you what your legal framework that you've used. You've simply utilized the police as you have done on several previous occasions to simply abuse your power and authority in order to have me arrested unjustly, so that you can continue to perpetuate your lies and deceptions. I mean, this is always the case. You have an issue. You're not able to do your jobs properly, and every time I look to bring you to account, you abuse your power and get the police involved in order to harass and victimize me and to gain an advantage. Look what you've recently done. You told me, Mr. Kenna, when I returned back, I emailed you and asked you, am I able to come back to the property? You said, we no longer have an issue with this, because you know the fact that you lost all authority after having murdered my mother, and then you worked with the housing association and my sister in order to cover up the situation. We returned to the property, and then you, the local authority, have been instructing the housing association to have us removed from the premises. I'm mindful of the fact that on the 30th of November, when there was supposed to be a final hearing before one of your own judges, this is your judge, this is your judge, isn't it, Louise Wilcox, who you've made into a judge on your recommendation on a quid pro quo basis, so she could railroad cases through for your advantage. This is what you've always done, in my experience, and this is what I've been screaming out well before these cases started in October 2018 in a voice message left to my mother's social worker at the time, that this is the jig's up, you're buying off the judges, and this is the reality of the situation, and you just don't care. You just continue to buy off the judges and say, oh, it's just scandalous what you're saying, there's no evidence of this. Of course there's evidence. There's a whole litany of evidence. The cases being pursued against me are clearly evident of your ability to buy off the judges in order to achieve your objectives. Otherwise, you are no way to achieve your objectives. Look at my brother Talib. He signed over his mental capacity or lasting power of attorney to me, and you managed to have that overturned. I've got a capacity assessment carried out which you didn't like, which showed that he had capacity and is encouraging me. I video recorded it. That's all being ignored, and what is being put in place is what are your contrived capacity assessments to my exclusion, after my brother stated I will not be participating in any mental capacity assessment without my brother being there. You know the housing association have it on record that in April 2014, both my mother and my brother, in front of the housing association officers who witnessed the situation, saw the fact that both my mother and brother signed over their lasting powers of attorney to me. And this is what it is, isn't it, Mr. Smith and Mr. Kenna? It's you, the local authority, don't want me to be responsible for these vulnerable people because you want to exploit them and say that you're doing your jobs properly, when the reality is that you are the safeguarding needs to be against you people, because you people are horrifically committing crimes against vulnerable people and killing them off and plundering their finances. This is just a business to you people, isn't it? And yet these are my relatives and close relations and family that you're looking to exploit. And then when I'm charging you £1 million a week, you don't like that, so you go and buy off the judges in order to persecute and victimize me. Completely ridiculous, Mr. Kenna. I'm sending you over 100 messages and you're refusing to respond. There's clearly something malevolent taking place. Please get back to me.